BK Sports for a Friday night full of NBA action. And so off the tip, it's the Raptors. Now here's White. Pass to Zubac. Back to White. Lots of room. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Stolen by Mitchell. Puts it up from the high post. White, good.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
Well, it's forcing them to guard at all three levels.
Now here's Holiday. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. 4 on the clock. Here's Strus. Lillard looking around to the middle. 5 to shoot. Back to Jordan. Pass to Strus. Up again. With the clock winding down. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
Pass to Dunleavy. Outside Strus. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. I asked him about facing a talent like Damian Lillard, and Coach said, we know Dame is going to be a handful. He always is. He has unlimited range. He's terrific at shooting off the dribble, and if you press up on him, he'll go right by you. He is a difficult cover, to say the least. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Wait, that's good.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Pass to Strus. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Smart. On the break. And here's Zubac. Covered by Jordan.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Sinks it from distance. Strus has got 6.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Mitchell. Still no points.
This is something Mitchell is only getting better at. Finding ways to get his guys good shots.
Outside Holiday. Lillard outside. Driving inside. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Zubac.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The open shot, White. He hits the back iron and sinks it. 7 points in the game.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Lillard outside. Zubac with the steal. Oh, Jordan with the block. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. The free throw drops from Zubac. 1:41 left in the first quarter. Oh, they get a hand on it. White with a steal. The floater. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Raptors.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
The three from Mitchell. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Another turnover leads to another bucket at the other end.
Lillard outside. Screen by Capella. Outside Holiday. 6 to shoot. Back to Lillard. And the dunk by Lillard.
What an athletic play from Lillard. More than capable of just jamming it down.
Toronto shooting their second and third free throws tonight. That free throw is good for Mitchell. He's perfect from the line this time.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Mikhailuk. Back to Holiday. Rebound Toronto. Outside Mitchell. Down low. Zubac. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Capella. From behind the arc. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Toronto. Up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They've been fantastic pushing the visiting team. 10. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
Well, you have to look at the advantage they have in the turnover department. I mean, that's a huge advantage for them in this game.
Well, they're taking care of the ball on one end of the floor and then forcing mistakes on the other.
Here's Smart. No good with a layup. Here's the break. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, "I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it." And what does this team want from him? He said, "Be aggressive, don't defer." And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. Back to you.
An impact player. Thank you, Allie. And Grant, in recent years, we've seen the pace of the NBA game increasing.
Yeah, it stagnated in the 90s, but it is back. We're still not at the frenetic pace of the 1960s when we'd see over 120 possessions a game, but the efficiency is at an all-time high.
He does not get the second one.
On the very short list of franchise-level guards, Donovan Mitchell can take over a game with his scoring ability.
Holiday taking his time here. Rebound Toronto.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
Locks him up and hauls it in. Love the high activity level.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Mikhailuk. Lets the three fly. Knocks it down from distance.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
And here is Williams. And again, Toronto, no good. To the inside. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
Here's White. White coming through.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Mikhailuk. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. White for 3. And White finishes off the break. Well done.
And we are in the era of the transition 3, and that is one of the guys you want taking them.
Now here's Smart. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. All right, Tim, you've covered the NBA for a long time now. What's one thing you wish you could change about how we cover the game?
Well, I think there's a temptation to boil it down to hot takes, and I'd much rather see us cover the appreciation that we all have for the nuances of the actual basketball.
The game has never been more skilled than it is right now.
Totally agree.
And Williams punches it home.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
Lillard gets so much lift on his three-pointers. It's almost effortless how he shoots.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Holiday with the ball. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Lillard outside. Puts up a 3. Look at Lillard making it look easy.
And this is exactly why you got to be up on Lillard, or he'll burn you off the catch.
White with it. Strus covering. It was stolen by Lillard. Here's Holiday. There's 1:40 left to play in the half. Here's Jordan. Smart grabs a miss.
Those are the ones you definitely have to make. Sometimes there's just enough defense to make a miss.
And here's Mitchell. 6 points for him. The kick out to Williams. And so the ball out of bounds. Smart touched it last.
Well, you can't let that happen. That seems like a mental mistake.
.110 left in the first half. Here's Dunleavy. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Now White. 15 points in the game. Pass to Williams. Mitchell on the take. Back to Williams. And the basket is good. And the Raptors lead by 14.
And the defense, they have to honor Mitchell as a scorer. And when they do, it just opens up the passing lanes.
White with the steal. Smart outside. .24 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Lillard. Now here's Holiday. Yet to see a basket. Here's Dunleavy. Left side Holiday. Lillard outside. No good from outside. And so it's Toronto. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Back to Holiday. There's a screen. Outside Strus. 5 on the clock. Over Mitchell.
We talk so much about Mitchell's offense, but he can be a lockdown defender as well.
And they'll get another chance. Pass to Smart. Jacks up a 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Lillard outside. Outside Holiday. Over to the wing. Tipped away. Here's Strus outside. They get the rebound. Jordan misses.
That's 3 straight misses to start the second half. Not what they wanted.
Screen by O'Neal. Here's Mitchell. And he banks in the layup. Mitchell's got 8.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Lillard outside. There's the triple. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
And I'll tell you, that was some smart basketball from Lillard right there. I mean, understanding how to put pressure on the D to get these calls.
You look at the career of Damian Lillard. He's provided some unforgettable moments, Grant.
Oh, yes, he has, B.A. And I remember you were on the call for one of those moments. That unfathomable series-ending buzzer beater he hit against the Thunder.
The last one's off. They'll settle for 2. And, Tim, 1 year, you shot over 50% from the field and from three-point range, not to mention over 80% from the free throw line. You think we'll ever see that again?
Well, Brian, I think the 50% from the 3 could be more difficult because the volume is now so high. I'm not sure they're as selective in their shot attempts, which means your percentages naturally come down a bit.
So 3 for 6 is not going to be an option for a great shooter?
Don't think so. 3 for 6 is usually the first quarter for a lot of these guys.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you. The NBA has style. Commissioner Adam Silver said this is a unique league. It's also a lifestyle brand. There's a strong association with music, fashion, culture, and also art. And the way to grow this sport is to appeal beyond those who are hardcore basketball fans. That's where our success has come. B.A.?
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans. Thank you, Allie. Outside White. Pass to O'Neal. Back to Mitchell. Toronto passing it around. O'Neal misses.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Dunleavy. He drops it from range.
Put the first 3 misses behind them and finally ended their third quarter drought. Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Back to Strus. Pass to Holiday. Back to Strus. From the arc. Mitchell grabs a miss.
Well, this has been far from his best game, and if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Takes it inside. Smart outside. Pass to Anderson. From Pete Mitchell. Some solid defense from Holiday. White with the steal. Toronto leading by 15. Outside Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. Holiday grabs the miss. Lillard with the ball. Now guarded by White. Here's Dunleavy. Pass to Lillard. Screen by Capella. And here's Strus. Oh, it's stolen. On the break. Smart with the bucket. Smart has gotten his first bucket of the night. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Toronto.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Another dunk in the career of Clint Capella, and he's got a lot of them.
It was stolen by Lillard. And Holiday powers it home.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Lillard got a good look. Great positioning on the putback.
Refusing to give up on the glass, Capella truly works for his rebounds.
Smart for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Smart's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Well, guys, if you want to know why the score is what it is, look at their turnovers this quarter.
29 seconds left in the third quarter. Smart outside. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Smart. For three. Three-pointer. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell, double team. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Zubac. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Zubac has got his third bucket of the night.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And they are just great.
32.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Here's Mitchell. It's tipped. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Fernando. And that one is hammered home.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass. The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's his third foul of the game. Outside Holiday. Pass to Knox. Back to Holiday. From outside the arc. And it's Knox missing. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Raptors. It's Smart on the wing. Back to Mitchell. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Now here's Zubac. Tries again. Hardaway grabs the board. Here's Knox. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
White can't hit. Oh, got a piece of it. To the paint. Toronto passing it around. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Inside. It's a one-on-one situation. White, good. 19 points for Derek White.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Pass to Mikhailuk. The three is up. On target from range.
Yeah, what vision from Holiday. Seems to have a knack for getting it to his guys in great spots.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Checking in for the away team.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. It's deflected.
Damian Lillard.
Pass to Holiday. Takes a three. Here's Dunleavy. Clock at 6. Outside Strus. The three ball. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Substitution for Toronto.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. White for three. And again, Toronto, no good.
Though he made a couple of shots early, but since the half, he just can't seem to find his rhythm.
Inside, Lillard can deliver. He's a skilled finisher.
Smart. Oh, it drops in. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Can't get the three. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Raptors. They led the game at one point by 20. Here's White. Mitchell with the ball. Here's the pass to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. White. Can't get it.
Well, that's a tough rebound there to secure, but he put all of his size in there in order to secure it.
Outside Smart. Here's Mitchell. Now Williams. Shakes him. Oh, it's off target. Lillard. And great passing, so often the thing that separates the good from the great. Who, for your money, Tim, is the best in the association?
Well, what's crazy, B.A., is I think the top of the list belongs to a center. That's right. Nikola Jokic, to me, an all-time talent, still in his prime, and his playmaking ability, unquestionably, the best we have ever seen at the center position.
Never seen any player like him. He's amazing.
Maybe never will, either.
That one goes! Yes, sir!
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Raptors.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And reaching a nice milestone, an even 20 wins on the year.
It's just a great matchup for them, and they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Derek White.
Well, he was all over the place out there, creating turnovers. Quick hands, quick feet, nothing was getting past him.
For 3, cleared away by White. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Mitchell double-teamed. Here's Smart. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
The ball goes to the away team.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Up top, Lillard. Here's Holiday. From deep. Cash from downtown. And they go to the intentional foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
And he knocks down the first one. And Williams drops them both. Here's Holiday. And so Toronto takes the win. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And that'll do it, folks.